This is the Louie T Network.
The Redskins Report.
Nah. Here. I'm ready. Yeah. Get the dump button ready. Get the dump button ready. You ready? Holla up. I'm good? The mic on? You ready? Welcome, all my fellow Redskin brethren and sistren. I am your man and resident Redskins fan, Lou. Thank you for joining me. What the what just happened? What the If you're a Redskins fan, if you're a team around the league, if you're a team in the NFC East, right now you're probably saying, oh, because that's the first thing that came to my mind was, oh, what the hell did we just do? Now, I'm torn, as many Redskins fans probably are, between making this move and being elated because we just got one of the biggest and most explosive playmakers in the National Football League in D-Jax, DeSean Jackson. For all of you who do not know, the Redskins have officially acquired DeSean Jackson via free agency. He was released by the Philadelphia Eagles. Redskins made a full court press to pursue him, bring him into their facility, did not want to allow him to leave, and it looks like they have obtained their goal. 3-year deal. Don't know the specifics right now. News is kind of scattered right now, but it looks like he's going to be a Washington Redskin, and we all know why he wants to be a Redskins. I'll go into that in a little bit, but I'm just talking about initial reaction. When I first heard the Redskins were interested, I said, but it's amazing because everything we've done this offseason, everything that we've done collectively as a group, as a franchise, as a team this offseason screams low key, low profile. Let's do it differently this time around. This move screams Vinny Serrato, Daniel Snyder, and how we used to do business at Redskins Park. Now, I'm not saying that this isn't a guy that can change the face of our franchise because, look, I'm not worried about the on-the-field DeSean Jackson. What we're getting from D-Jax on the field doesn't concern me in the least, okay? Everybody wants to talk about his off-the-field transgressions and is he in a gang, isn't he? Look, I'm not worried about that either, okay? I'm not worried about the off-the-field D-Jax. What scares me about bringing this guy into Washington is, A, he's selfish. He's a me guy. Me. It's all about me, okay? And you can look at that from various different angles. You can look at it from a guy that, and this is most receivers in the league, 90% of the receivers in the league want to make plays. I'm not mad at him for that. I'm talking about the DeSean Jackson, the D-Jax, that once he sees somebody else getting some bread, whether it be on another team around the league or a player inside this Redskins locker room, he's going to look at his own situation, his own status within the franchise, look at his own checkbook, look at his own pockets and say, I want more green. And he's going to give us back the plate and say, hey, put some more greens on my plate, please. And that's the part that scares me about DeSean Jackson. When things aren't going right, when he's not getting the football, is he going to blow up on the sidelines in the offensive coordinator's face? Is he going to go up to first-year head coach Jay Gruden? Maybe not this year. Maybe it's in the second year. And go up to Jay Gruden and say, man, you. I want the football. Get me the football. I don't know. Maybe. That's a possibility, a distinct possibility. But I knew when this process first started, I was saying to myself, and I was saying to the Redskin faithful out there, that. And I'm sticking to that. I don't know if. But I tell you what, we just got better as a football team. Now, at what cost? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. Is, did we get better as a football team at the right cost? We don't, and I'm not talking monetary figures here. I'm talking about from a standpoint of, did we get better as a football team from a moral standpoint? We were trying to build this thing the right way with guys that you could count on in the locker room that were accountable for their actions on and off the field. Guys that weren't going to be selfish, were going to do things for the good of the team. And I'm not talking about from a pay standpoint. I'm talking about making sacrifices on the field. You're not going to have 10 grabs for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns every game. What happens when you've only got 3 catches for 17 yards and no touchdowns? Are you excited about that if it comes attached with a W? I don't know if that's DeSean Jackson or not. It's all about winning in this league. And I could go on and on and on about the prospects of what this means for the Redskins as far as us offensively. We're dynamic now. You know, I could sit here and tell you that Pierre Garçon caught over 100 balls last year. He's explosive. You add D-Jax to the mix. We went out and got Andre Roberts. We still got Jordan Reed at tight end. The sky is the limit for this offense because we're so explosive now offensively. With Robert Griffin III coming back off this injury, if he's anything like he was in year one, if he's a semblance of what he was in year one, adding the weapons that we've added in this offseason, we're a dangerous team offensively. That's not what this is about, however, though, okay? I'm excited about the prospects of what this offense can be, but I also know that when you flip that coin and you look at it from the other side of this whole perspective, this could be a volatile situation for the Redskins moving forward. Did we make the right choice? I don't know the answer to that. Right now, I sit here before you telling you I don't know if we made the right decision. Is this really? I don't know. I don't know. I can tell you this much. This is going to be a very interesting offseason. Just got real. Just got real. That's for sure. Am I excited? Maybe. Am I disappointed? Maybe. Because I know that even though we just got ourselves one heck of a football player, the man is in his prime. Just had his best season of his career, and he's coming on to our football team. I don't know the specifics of the deal, how much he's going to be paid. Honestly, that is irrelevant because whether we're paying this guy $11 million per year or we're paying this guy $7 million a year, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I don't know if it's going to be enough for DeSean Jackson when it's all said and done anyway. And that's what it all boils down to for me, is the guy makes some knucklehead plays on the field. The guy is greedy off the field. My question is, can he come into this locker room, assimilate himself, be just one of the guys and not want to be a guy that stands out separate from the rest of the team? Can he come in, help us win, keep his mouth closed, head down, and help us grind and get it done in the NFC East, become a playoff team again, hopefully win a championship? We'll see. I mean, he has all the intangibles in terms of skill set necessary to help us take it to that next level. That's not in question. That's not arguable. That's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about the DeSean Jackson that is going to possibly be selfish, want more money. Yeah, it's a 3-year deal, so I like the fact that we didn't lock ourselves into the DeSean Jackson market for too long. I mean, before he can really have a chance to be a malcontent with his contract, his time will be up in D.C. So from that standpoint, I'm excited about what we've done. But I know that the guy can play football. He's going to help our team immensely. We just got better as a football team. But I've got questions. Does this stop us from going out and getting a big receiver? Because I want a big receiver. He's still a small guy. Pierre Garçon isn't huge. Andre Roberts isn't that big. We still need a big 6'3" or better red zone target. Are we still going to acquire that in the draft? I need to know that, because after making this move, we might feel like we've got enough weapons at receiver. We have enough targets now, which still leaves us as a relatively small football team at the wide receiver position, which makes me very unhappy. So I've got questions. We'll have all the answers after May the 9th, possibly after May the 10th. But right now, there's a lot of questions. After the offseason we just had, being extremely frugal, very cost efficient, for us to go out and make this move really doesn't make a lot of sense. Caught me off guard, didn't see it coming. When this guy got released, when D-Jax was released, did not see this coming. I didn't expect us to be at the front of the line saying, hey, can we get us some D-Jax? Can we sign up for some D-Jax? I didn't see that coming. Not after the offseason we just had. That was relatively quiet by Redskins standards. We didn't overpay for anybody. We didn't overspend. And we didn't give out really any hefty contracts. And to see us beating down the door of DeSean Jackson, running over people to make sure that we were first in line to get his services, and we all know why he's in Washington. There's 2 reasons. One, and the first at the top of his list, or I should say 3. I should say 3 reasons. Because number 1 is he wants to get back at the Philadelphia Eagles. That's number 1. That's the reason why Washington was so attractive to him. He wants to get right back at the Eagles. You cut me loose. You turned your back on me. I'm going to stick it to your ass twice a year. Twice a year. Come to Philly, bust your ass, come back to Washington, bust your ass again. So that's why he wants to be in Washington. That's number 1. Number 2, he wants to get paid. And I think the Redskins are going to oblige him there. And number 3, we probably had the best quarterback situation of all the teams that were interested that was going to give him the best combination of the 3 things I just mentioned. Money, the opportunity to get back at the Eagles, and the opportunity to win in the league. And so, yeah, the 49ers were interested, but were they going to be able to give him the money that he was looking for? The 49ers don't play the Eagles every single season. They didn't win the NFC East last year, and the NFC East doesn't play the NFC West as a division this year, so you're not going to see the Eagles if you are on the San Francisco 49ers roster. And so he can't be assured that in the next 3 years he's going to see the Eagles except one time when the 49ers play the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, if the Eagles win the division and the 49ers win the division, or the Eagles finish second and the 49ers finish second in the division, then they would match each other up. But he can't be assured of that. One thing he can be assured of, if he's a Washington Redskin or a member of any team within the NFC East, is that, hey, I am going to see the Eagles twice, and I get my opportunity to bust their ass twice for cutting me loose, making me look like I'm a damn criminal, making me look like I'm a thug, like I'm a gang member, and for making me look like a damn fool. Oh, yeah, I'm going to bust your ass. And so we gave him the best combination of all of those things, and that's why he wanted to be in Washington. Make no mistake about it, this was a money grab and a selfish move by DeSean Jackson. This was all about getting back at the Philadelphia Eagles. This was all about getting the most money, which is, I never blame a player for wanting to get the most money he possibly can. But you got to draw a line. At some point, you got to stop coming to the table and asking for seconds. When you've already been fed and you're being fed well, the man was scheduled to make $10.5 million dollars as an Eagle next season. Why are you complaining about dollars when it doesn't make sense that you're about to make $10.5 million? What is there to complain about? I do not know the answer to that. And that's what scares me about DeSean Jackson. Is enough is never enough for DeSean Jackson. But I tell you what, we just got a hell of a football player. We just got better as a football team. We just got DeSean Jackson. Tell you what, if you're a team in the NFC, specifically in the NFC East, that includes the Redskins, be afraid. Be very afraid. I'm a Redskins fan, etched in burgundy and gold. My Redskins spirit will never die. My Redskins spirit will never fold. Until we meet again, hail to the Redskins. And so, you want my honest opinion about the situation? I'm mixed. I'm torn. On the field as a football player, I am excited about the prospects of D-Jax adding his talents to our offense that's already oozing with talent as it is. With the way we run the football and the way Robert Griffin III can throw it, if healthy, when healthy, this is a dangerous combination potentially. I have no doubts, no qualms about what this could be. I'm worried about D-Jax, the guy that's going to, and I'm not worried about what he's doing off the field. That doesn't concern me. What he does with his time off the field, as long as he's not bringing a lot of negative attention to this organization, I don't care what he does off the field. And yeah, I know he got guys that he hangs around that are doing some dirt. I don't care about any of that. That doesn't concern me. What concerns me is he going to be selfish on this football team? We'll find out. But everything's all sweet right now. It's all gravy right now. But I tell you what, I'm nervous. If you're a Redskins fan, you should be nervous. And if you're a team around the league, you damn well better be nervous that D-Jax is a Washington Redskin. So I'm going to say this one more time. Oh.
The Redskins Report.